Meghan doubts the sparseness at the UN. Another unit is about to be prosecuted. Hello, friends. Welcome to the hot news about the rogue royals in the U.S. on our channel, Kate Middleton and the Queen News version 2. Recently, a source revealed that Meghan Markle is feverishly questioning the United Nations about the sparsity during the Nelson Mandela International Day meeting. Reportedly, the conference room's cameraman provided unflattering photos of Harry while he was giving a dramatic speech on stage. The source said, "It looks like Meghan Markle was furious when she saw that photo. To be honest, Harry felt like he was standing in front of a void in his performance. This is a remarkable snub of the United Nations for two royal hypocrites." Commentator Neil Sean says, "It must have been very difficult for Harry. It kind of looked like a British pantomime that hadn't sold out. All these empty seats are never a good look. According to the UN, it wasn't really that well publicized. Rubbish. This was put into the world's media. Everybody would have known about it, so what was the particular problem? Meghan wants answers. Naturally, because they made that big to come all the way from California to spend time in New York. And when they arrived, there wasn't the welcome they both anticipated. You can understand they schlepped all those miles to do that." It seems Meghan's anger is indicative of a notable prosecution. Observers said, "Meghan always solves problems with the law, simply because she has experience in it. Meghan's father once said he couldn't see any other guests but the good lawyers at the hypocrite's house. What do you think if Meghan sued the United Nations for defaming and snubbing them? It closely resembles the embarrassing lawsuit between Harry and the British government. They really are a pair of troublemakers." After Neil Sean's statements about Meghan were released, the royal audience immediately jumped in to comment. Is it necessary for her to ask this question? Why are those empty seats? Simply because they are not notable enough to perform in a room full of people. They are not famous stars or respected politicians. They are a royal parasite and are doing business in America. What status do they have to interrogate the United Nations? Meghan must have imagined a room full of people, and she was disappointed the first moment she entered the room. That prospect should please royal fans. They deserve it. The audience says, "We weren't stupid enough to go there and get shot. You see, Harry cursed our country while he was living and working there. His liver is really big. We desperately want the American authorities to deport him and his talkative wife from this beautiful country." A source revealed that the empty room wasn't the only rejection Harry received. While he was speaking on stage, an American citizen pioneered a protest to expel Harry and Meghan from the United Nations. Reporters revealed, "I saw her standing outside for hours with a sign in her hand." She writes, "Mandela spent 27 years behind bars in South Africa. Markle spent 18 months in castles and complained on TV during a pandemic. Why are they here?" One person commented, "It's humiliating for Harry and Meghan. Apparently, they are not welcome in New York. I mean, everything changed after 1 year. If experts call Harry and Meghan's first New York visit a success, this one is sure to be a failure." This drove Meghan Markle mad. She is blaming the United Nations for this lousy reception. However, the American people thought that was all that a traitor to the royal family had to receive. One person said, "Don't wonder why they weren't warmly welcomed. Who wants to listen to Harry and Meghan's bullshit? He always gives him practical advice. Look what he's done in the past year. He advises people to quit their jobs to protect their morale. Does he deserve the position of Director of Public Relations at mental health consulting firm Better Up?" They call Harry and Meghan an unrealistic couple. The advice given is often not easy to do. In other words, they are challenging the audience to run after their wealth. An indignant American audience. What does he think we should quit our job? A useful advice comes from the British prince, leaving his family to settle in America, living in $1 million mansion and billion-dollar business deals. Practically speaking, Harry and Meghan are not allowed to interfere in American politics in any way while they're members of the royal family. The fact that Harry purposefully went to New York to make a few ridiculous statements was unforgivable. An American editor said, Harry only came to the U.S. under the legal husband rights of Meghan, who has U.S. citizenship. He has no right to criticize or comment on American politics. He's making a big mistake, and so is his cunning wife. In this context, one commentator stated, the United Nations does not need to answer any of Meghan's questions. They don't have to be responsible for that emptiness. Attending an important meeting is the freedom of each authority. If they think it's unnecessary, it means it's not necessary. A cautious audience member suggested to the United Nations the answer that made Meghan shut up. He says, I can think of many reasons why that empty room is Harry's destiny. 1. No one likes to be preached by people who don't practice what they preach. 2. Not many people like them. 3. People don't like a royal to involve themselves in politics, especially when it's U.S. politics and he's a guest in the U.S. 4. You turn your back on the royalties but still buy it. 5. Harry needs you to write his speeches because he's too thick himself. 6. People are sick to their back teeth in the wake. 7. Need I go on? This incredibly detailed argument left many royal experts gaping. One insider said, I bet Meghan doesn't dare to sue the United Nations for any crime. She can do it, how the UK, because she has Harry to back her up. However, when American, both she and Harry were ugly worms. They could not have the confidence to face such a powerful unit in America. What do you think about the question that Meghan Markle posed to the United Nations? Do you think she behaved properly with the authorities in the U.S.? Let us know your comments below. We hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the video if you like it. Thank you for watching this newsletter. See you in the next videos. Goodbye.